te veo, sé que siempre te...
I'm alive. I know your girl is MIA. She was dead gone deceased, but I'm back. So, very often I get asked how to start my acting career. All the time. I'm here to tell you what I know. Okay, now that we're real close and personal, let me tell you kind of my way, or at least my advice on how to start your acting career. So, when I used to do talent acquisition for a company I shall not name, something that I would always advise people is I would interview people from all over the United States and obviously US territories and stuff. And something that would always be my main thing is location. Not to say that if you're like in Texas or one of those not conventionally known as mainstream media states, I would say that you don't really have anything to worry about. Obviously, you have those predominant cities like Los Angeles and New York City that are very well known for film and television and stuff like that. But there are other places within other states that are also expanding their media. Something I would say is just be close to one of those mainstream cities. It doesn't have to be LA, it doesn't have to be New York City. Atlanta is super, super popular right now for film and television. Houston, Texas is also very popular right now. They're filming a lot of feature films there. Miami, always very, very hot over there. Moral of the story is no matter where you are, as long as you're close to a very big, well-known city, Las Vegas as well, things like that, you will be pretty much set for starting off your acting career. So, first thing, location. Hopefully you're in a location where you have and are able to find opportunities. Second thing, my second advice would be to try to train in some way. If you do not have the guap, I got it. Not everyone has the guap rolling around for private classes. So, obviously experience is the best teacher in a lot of situations and obviously things like acting, but if you cannot immediately receive experience where you are, I would say join a group. It can easily be like an improv group. If you don't know what an improv group is, it's where you go, you get together with a whole bunch of people and you kind of just spend some time, maybe like an hour and a half, just doing improvisational work, which is where you come up with things on the spot. That is a very great way to get experience. Great. Location. Some form of acting training and or experience. Honestly, just truly do your research. If you can do your research, there, I guarantee you there's a lot of places and groups that will do things for free. And if not for free, I don't think they should be super expensive depending on the city that you're in. I think this is my biggest overall advice for anything that you're looking to do is research. Research. Ta-da. So yeah, so research. Honestly, there's a whole bunch of books that you can find that are PDFs that aren't too lengthy of a read, where you can kind of get more familiarized with things in acting, not only technique, but other things that might help you as an actor. Since I said in the beginning that the best way to get into your acting career is to kind of actually do something and do work. If you are a person that will be getting started with experience, which is great, first of all, the one thing that I always tell my students is don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed, because as adults and teenagers and anywhere from like, I want to say like 13 and up, that's when humans are just like embarrassed to do anything. And if you're going to be embarrassed, acting is not your thing. You cannot be embarrassed, because sweetie, you will be embarrassed all the time. So be willing to be embarrassed. That's one thing. If you're starting out, just be willing to be embarrassed, play around, because that's what will really push you as a performer and as an actor in general. The general question was, how do I get into acting? 4 to 5 important things that I've said so far about how to get started with your acting career. Location is important. Training is important. Research is very important. And that little tip that I gave you about embarrassment. Don't be embarrassed. So the most important thing is to just dive in. If the opportunity comes knocking, definitely do it. What do you have to lose? I hope that made sense. If y'all have any other questions, y'all can leave that down below and I'll answer it. Like, comment, subscribe. This will be a series, so there will be additional videos answering other questions about acting and becoming a performer. If you have any specific questions that you need me to answer, like I said, leave that down below.